everybody, welcome back to my video. If you happen to be stopping by for the very first time, yes, thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Donella and this is my world of beauty here on YouTube. Now for this week's video, I really don't want to categorize it as a part 2, but it kind of sort of is, you know. This video is more so focused on my minimalists, you know, persons who have problems with wearing a foundation, whether it be liquid, stick, or cream foundations. You know, some persons just have a problem with the overall feel of foundation on their skin. Some persons are allergic. You know, we have many different reasons why persons really don't like foundations. Some persons start to using CC creams, BB creams. Some persons even start to just using a setting powder or a pressed compact powder. There are different ways that you can actually achieve an overall makeup look that you are satisfied with, and that's one of the reasons why I created this. This is more so about veiling your skin. Now, as I mentioned before, you can use a pressed powder, you can use a loose setting powder. Body's preference in terms of makeup is different. It's why we have so many different brands of makeup, and it's why we have so many different types of makeup. So if you are interested in seeing what my preference is in terms of what I use to veil my skin, then please stay tuned. Okay guys, let's get this video rolling. It is very early in the morning while I'm filming this, and when I say early, I mean early. So all of the lights are on. And yes, I really wanted to film this like really early in the morning because yeah, my day is quite busy. And I'm gonna start off by prepping my skin first, and the skin prep is very similar to what I did in my last video, because this is basically all about veiling your skin with only powder. And I just want to make a keynote here that preparing your skin for anything that has to do with any sort of makeup application is very important. You don't want to skip out on that step. So I'm going to start off once again using my CeraVe moisturizing cream, and I'm only using like a pea size, or this is more like a bean size. It's not a pea. A pea is not this small, is it? It's more like a bean. So I'm going to start off by using my CeraVe moisturizing cream and apply that to my face, and my face is still slightly damped, slightly, almost dry. I can still feel the wetness on it. And I love to apply my moisturizing cream while my face is still slightly damp, or sometimes when it's completely wet. Now that we've done that, we know that this look is basically a daytime look. After that, I go in with a sunscreen, just very similar to what I did in my last video. And we're not going to spend too much time on this because we already know what we have to do. 2 finger strokes of sunscreen, we lather it all over our face down to our neck, and after that I'm going to go in with a primer. Now because I have oily skin, of course, you know, I have to go in with a primer that's suitable to my skin type, and I have oily skin, so I think I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Mattifying primer alone. You guys know I love my makeup primer, but because we're only veiling the skin, I think it's best that we use a mattifying primer on its own. And I'm going to focus most of the primer in the area where I would see most of the shininess, I would see most of the shine come through, which is, you know, my T-zone area, and just above my cupid's bow, right here, and right here on my chin. I'm just gonna spread out the excess over the rest of my face. So what I'm doing here is just basically lightly filling in my eyebrows. This is the Fenty Beauty, what is this called again? The Brow MVP Ultra Fine Brow Pencil and Styler. It has a brush on this side, and I'm using the shade, what shade is this? This is dark brown. The shade is dark brown. Now that we've prepped the skin, we're going to move on to what we call veiling the skin. Now veiling the skin basically has to do with covering your skin with a number of powders. The video was made specifically for persons who requested it. I know there are a number of persons who don't like the feeling of foundation on their skin. They just want their skin to be veiled with a little bit of setting powder, pressed powder, whichever one they're more comfortable with. However, in this video, I am going to be using a loose setting powder. Now this is just my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me. This is my humble opinion. I feel like like when we're just veiling the skin with just powder alone, that I feel like a loose setting powder works best for my skin type. There are some persons who probably may not agree with me, especially since the later parts of 2020 into the early parts of 2021. You see a lot more beauty brands have been bringing out what they call powder foundations. So it's better so you can use a loose setting powder, but you know, in these times people are trying to save money, so they want to use what they have. So I'm going to be using what I have, which is a loose setting powder. Actually complements my skin really good. It's this one here from McGrath. You guys saw me use this in my last tutorial, and this one is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection setting powder in the shade medium deep. And I'm just going to add a little bit of it over in the cap, just like this amount, and I'm going to get myself a nice fluffy powder brush. Use this one from Juno & Co. and just lightly tap it inside the cap. So we have the brush nice and saturated, but then we just have to knock off the excess just to make sure that we don't have any fallout. And whenever I'm doing this look, I don't really veil my skin too often. I prefer to go in with my liquid foundation and then set it with. You're basically just going to, just like how you would apply a liquid foundation, you're just going in and pressing in the powder all over your face. And this is what you call veiling the naked skin. Just basically pressing in the powder, and it's literally going to just give your skin a nice smooth, a really nice smooth canvas. Powder is milled so fine that it just melts into my skin immediately. Now you can do this before or after, but I like to do it after. That's just, it doesn't really matter which way you do it. I like to do it after I've applied the bit of McGrath powder over my skin, you know, just basically to veil the skin, and then I go in with a bit of a concealer just to, you know, just to basically cover up my under eye blackness, because you know I have that. I don't know about anybody else. And I'm going to go in using my AJ Crimson Creme foundation palette. I think that's the name of it. Lord have mercy. I did put it in the description box of my last video tutorial. I can't remember the full name. I don't know why people are getting this name. To go in with the lighter shade right here and use a bit of it underneath to cover up my darkness. Let me get that flat brush that I used in my last tutorial if I can find it. I think you're probably saying, you know, you could just probably cut out these parts where you're just fumbling around looking for different things, but on a real, anybody who does makeup, this is exactly how you do your makeup. You have all your different makeup drawers that are supposed to be sorted out for different things. You know, you have your concealer drawers, your mascara drawers, your lip gloss and lipstick drawers, your powder drawers, your foundation drawers. But things get mixed up every now and then, especially if you wear makeup on a regular basis like I do. Trust me, honey, since about 2 months ago, my drawers have been completely messed up and I have not even gotten the chance to sit down and sort them out. So I'm just going to go in and just lightly cover the darkness underneath my eyes using this cream foundation palette from AJ Crimson, which I absolutely love. And I'm thinking of just going up right here to cover up a bit of the darkness on my lids as well. Now you guys normally know I'm going with a sponge after I've done this to blend it out, but I think I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to go in with this Sigma 4D HD Kabuki brush, which was made specifically for blending out concealers and blending and actually setting your translucent powder underneath your eyes. So I'm just going to go in and just blend that into my skin, and ooh, wow, this brush is, oh, this is what happens when you have a lot of things in front of you. When you have way too many brushes, sometimes some things get lost, and it hasn't really been lost, it's just been there sitting, and I just, you know, I reach for specific brushes whenever I'm doing my tutorials. So she's just been there sitting down catching dust pretty much. Of course I have to go in with another powder and set it. So I'm thinking of using this powder here that I have here from MAC, which sets everything in amazing. It's a yellow powder. Yes, it's a yellow powder. It's a soft yellow set. It's a MAC set powder, and it's in the shade soft yellow. Lord, I must see. I wipe off the name again. And this is what it looks like. It's really a light yellow powder. Don't let the fact that it's the shade of yellow actually scare you and I'm this color. Let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about. look at this powder. I'm just going to press it all the way into my skin. And yeah, this is what she does. Okay, this is an amazing powder from MAC, the soft yellow powder. I think this is from the MAC Studio collection, if I'm not mistaken. Don't worry, I'll put all of the names of the products that I used in this video down in the description box. Sometimes I don't remember them while I'm doing my makeup, but then the name comes to me while I'm there editing and uploading and everything. So I'm going to do the same thing like when I would normally apply foundation, and just add the bit of translucent powder right here on my forehead, underneath my eyes, and just come right here just above my cupid's bow, just to make sure I set everything in. This step is completely optional. You don't have to go in and do this. You can always just apply a bronzer and be okay with that. But I feel like I need to just add this for persons who maybe just like to play up with blushes. So I'm going to go in with my MAC Paint Pot first, and this is just going to give me a little bit of glow right here on my cheek, all the way in. All right, and then right after that, I'm going to go in with this Maybelline Cheek Heat cream blush. It's a sheer gel cream blush actually, and I'm just going to add just a little bit of that right here on the highest points of my cheeks, not cheeks. I have to take that same brush that I used to blend out the paint pot and just blend her right into my skin. Okay, so just to kick her up a little bit, the blush, I did go in with the same Too Faced melted, what is this called, melted matte liquid lipstick. This one is called Mrs. Roper. Went in a little bit too hot on both sides. As you can see, this side is a little bit still too hot. So normally whenever I do something like this, there is a trick that I do to fix it. I'm going in with the same setting powder that I use to veil my skin, and I'm just going to add it directly over the blush, just to bring her down a notch. You know, just to bring her down a notch. It's way too bright. Just to bring her down a notch, just like that. Okay, so you have the bit of blush that you have there, and you have a little bit of nice pinkiness coming through on your cheek. Now again, this step is completely optional. I know there's some persons who don't like blush, so if you don't want to do this step, that's all. I move on to adding just a little bit of color to my eye. It's not going to be anything over the top. Again, I'm just basically veiling the skin. So I'm going to go in using my Artist Couture Supreme Nudes palette. Just going to get a blending brush, and I'm going to use this color right here, which is called Aesthetics. This is a nice warm brown right here. Oh, actually, you know what, my lids are sweating, so let's just blend this bit of concealer in. Blend her in, blend her in, blend her in. All right, now let's go back and saturate the brush with Aesthetic. And we're just going to add just a little bit of color right here in the crease, just like that. We don't want the eyeshadow to overpower what we have going on here. We're doing a very, very light makeup look right here. This could probably be categorized as a minimalist look. Yeah, we're just adding a very light bit of color to our skin. So next I'm going to go out, I'm going to pull out that same MAC compact that I had earlier in the video. This is one of the MAC Studio Fix pressed powder. This one is in the shade NW58. It looks like this, and I'm going to pack a little bit of NW58 all over my lids, just to give me a nice warm brown color right there. So I'm going to swipe it first, and then I'm just going to pack it just so that you could see a little bit of the color coming through, just like that. Just like that. So swipe first, just so we get it all over the lid, and then we're going to pack it so that it shows up just a little bit more on the skin. And that's it. We're pretty much done with the eye. I'm going to add my MAC liner right underneath there, and yeah, we're pretty much done with the eyes. The exception, of course, that we have to add a bit of mascara. Say that this is definitely a minimalist look, because guess what? On this very rare occasion, I'm not going to be applying any lashes. I am, however, going to be priming my lashes, you know, so that they, you know, you guys can see that they're not really non-existent. There's a little bit of something there. So I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. What is it called? Eyelash primer. So I'm going to go in with that first. Yeah, see in there? They came out to play. So I'm going to go in with that first and prime all of my lashes, both top and bottom on both eyes. And then we're going to go in with a mascara right after. Okay, so now that we have our lashes nice and primed, you know what? These white lashes could probably go down, you know, in a shoot as a very editorial. So I'm switching up my mascara, just so y'all know. I think I used this in my last tutorial, didn't I? Yeah, I'm using another Maybelline mascara. This one's called the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. And it did some really nice things to my lashes in my last tutorial. So I'm definitely using this. Ooh, girl, I got lashes. I'm definitely, ooh, girl, ooh, yes, we got some volume. We got some length. Ooh, girl, she's coming through. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I think I need to buy about, I think I need to buy a case of these. This is looking really good. I'm loving this. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker bronzer in the shade Mocha Mommy, and I'm basically just going to add just a little bit right here just below the blush, and this is basically going to define my jawline even more and bring out the blush a lot more. If you guys could see this little bit, if you guys could see this bit of line right here, my natural line, now that I've added a bit of the bronzer, I feel like it's coming out even more. Call me crazy, that's just what I feel. I wonder if I should just add the excess right here to my hairline. Yeah, just so that we don't waste things. We're not wasting anything here in 2021. It's been a hard couple, the last 2 years have been extremely hard for a lot of people. So, yeah, we ain't wasting anything, okay? For filming purposes, right, I feel like I'm just going to add just a little teensy spire. Why am I singing that song? I didn't even say the damn words right. I'm just gonna add a little bit of highlight. Forgive me, you can also skip this step, but I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with this thing, okay? I'm obsessed with highlights, okay? Maybe I need to go highlight rehab, I don't know. But I'm not going to apply it with the usual fan brush. I'm going to be using a fluffy double-ended brush and just add a little bit right here. We're not going to go in too crazy with it. Maybe I do need my fan brush. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if I can just pack it and press it in. Just like that. Yeah. I think that works. Just gonna add a little bit here as well. Pack it and press it in. Just so you know, you can have a little bit of glow going on our cheeks. You don't need to put a whole ton of it on because this is, yeah. I think I need to blend this out a little bit more though, because I feel like it's coming through a little bit too much. That's just I feel like it's coming through a little bit too much. So I'm just going to press it in using this brush that I used to apply the Miss Patty's powder, just to blend her out a little bit, because I feel like she's coming through a little bit too heavy. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, and then we're going to move on to the final step. Okay, so I'm thinking of just using a very sheer gloss. Now, this isn't something I do quite often, but I'm going to be using my oldie but goodie. This one is the MAC lip gloss. It's a clear lip gloss, that's all it is. So I don't even need to line my lips, so I need the glossy. Listen, I love this MAC lip gloss. I'm sorry, I'm just in love with it. I feel like it's never going to get old for me. For some reason, I'm absolutely glad that this is probably one of the things that they haven't discontinued, because you know MAC has a tendency of discontinuing certain products. I'm really glad this isn't one of them. So this is the completed look. Let me just give my final thoughts on everything. Now, first of all, I did mention this earlier in my video that this is a look that I don't do quite too often, and I feel like even me as a makeup artist, sometimes I tend to forget. There are times when less is more, and sometimes you can pull off a look really quick by just using a couple of products here and there, and having some knowledge of that product and how your skin will work with that product is actually quite useful as well. Secondly, I tend to forget sometimes that there are some persons who actually watch my videos that are minimalists, and certain things don't agree with everybody, because you guys know that there are certain things that don't agree with me. Like for instance, my eyes are very, very sensitive, and that's one of the reasons why you guys always see me use the dual lash glue. This one here with the green writing that comes in the green box, that's pretty much the only lash glue that works well with my eyes. I think some videos ago, like some months ago, I was incorporating this black lash glue by applying both of them to my lash to, you know, basically double prime them or double adhesive them. That, whatever I just said, that. And I actually had to apply the dual lash glue on the top because that's basically the area that's going to be touching my lashes. I know that if I dare put that black one alone on my eye, complete catastrophe. So I want to incorporate a lot more of these minimalist looks. You know, if you are a minimalist and you looking at this video, when I say a minimalist, if you really enjoys applying makeup but you don't really like the heavy feeling of foundations, or you're not the type of person that's extra like me, that, you know, I have to put on everything on my face, please let me know down in the comment section. Let me know what type of videos that you want me to create. Let me know if you have any sort of concerns, any sort of problems that you would like me to tackle here on my channel, because I'm here for you guys. I'm not here creating these looks for myself. I'm here trying to send things out, good vibes out, good videos out that you guys really like and you guys can actually learn from. I'm here to teach. I don't necessarily, you know, consider myself a teacher because I do not have the patience for it. You know, not a classroom teacher, a video teacher where I tend to talk about and elaborate more on the stuff that I'm using here in my videos, or if it's something that is requested of me to put here on my channel. Okay, I think I've said it. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for being here with me on this video. I hope you guys did enjoy and you did learn something from this video. If you did, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up on your way out, and let me know down in the comment section the type of videos that you want to see next, including my minimalist. If you're watching, let me know the type of videos that you want me to record. Until my next video upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.